is up, everyone? GoJay51 back finally with the first unboxing of 2021. Got this from Awesome Collector. Let's get him open. Awesome Collector, I got in the X Plus 30 centimeter standard Megalon. Ah, yes. Been a long journey to get this figure. You know, a lot of people have been asking for this for, a long time, and X Plus, showed it off at one of the toy festivals, the prototype, and it looked amazing. And we were waiting. Here it is. Let's get him open. Here's his little plastic casket. Oh, yeah. Well, right off the bat, you can see that, inside the plastic casket, they actually added some more cushioning for his, arm claw things. See a little better this way. Okay, let's get him out. And here he is, the god of Seatopia. And another thing you'll notice, you don't have to install the tail. He's already fully assembled, so awesome. Okay, so I live in Florida, it's not a secret, and he's a little squishy to the touch, very squishy. So, I don't know if that's, just because it is Florida, I don't know if he comes to anyone else very squishy. It's a very squishy figure. The arms do not really have, do not have any articulation, which is fine. It's okay. Smells very fresh. Love the paint job on him completely. So, what is Megalon? Where is he from? He is from the film Godzilla vs. Megalon, 1973. Originally was not supposed to be a Godzilla film. It was supposed to be a Jet Jaguar solo film. But at the last minute, in the late hours, they added Godzilla to it. Would that film have been good without Godzilla? I don't know. We wouldn't have Megalon a part of the Godzilla franchise, but we'll talk about the movie a little later. Let's talk about the figure, and let's talk about all of the, wonderfulness. Does that work? Sure, why not? Okay, so this monster has a lot in common with the rhinoceros beetle in Japan. It's this massive beetle about the size of your hand. It has a horn just like Megalon does, and the males actually have a horn, and they would actually fight with other males for breeding rates with females. So little fact about animal stuff. I did a little research on the rhinoceros beetle before the film, watching it last night, and then before unboxing the figure. So, looking at the face and just all the features. Start off with the mouth. The mouth, you can kind of move it a little bit, but do not try to open it. I don't think it's meant to be open. That's where he would spit out his little napalm grenades. Awesome, we got the metal. It's a very biomechanical monster, the way Megalon is. Okay, moving on to the eyes. They have those insect-like eyes, kind of like a fly, with all the little tiny, eyes. And it's just one big eye, but just the way how that's set up is really cool. Also has a really cool piece of plastic over it, giving a little shine and making the eyes pop out more. He has some antennas above those each eye, looking awesome. Then move on to the horn in the center of the head. Once again, it's based on the rhinoceros beetle, and that's what they would use to, fight for dominance, for females, pretty much. Awesome stuff. One thing that I never really noticed watching this film when I was younger is I never really noticed all the little hairs around the neck and the way of the shoulders. Awesome, a little, addition. Another thing I never really noticed before as well is that he doesn't have a symmetrical head. Well, it's symmetrical, but also has a lot of bumps and a lot of grooves in it, giving a lot more detail and making it pop out more. It's the little things you notice when you get a little older and learning about, Godzilla films and the figures that come out with it. All right, moving on to the chest and the arms. Now, the arms are in a fixed position, but you have the little drill arms, which in the film he would actually put together and go drilling around, where he would fly or he would go into the ground. Awesome stuff. Now, on to the chest and the paint job that they used in the film and here. It's said that they used ladybugs as a inspiration as well with this monster. By the way, go to Wikizilla, and he has that all listed on there. He has a YouTube channel, all the different mentions. Now, I knew about the beetle before, but I didn't know about like the ladybug. I think there's part of a dragonfly in there, so go give him a subscribe and go check out his webpage as well. Looking awesome. Then you go up to the neck, and it almost looks like he has like a necklace around his neck underneath the hairs. But I think that's actually supposed to be part of the actual monster that is Megalon. Looking awesome. Because he also has those going down his arms as well. So yeah, it's part of the actual monster. It's not decoration. It's actually supposed to be part of him. Awesome. Okay. Moving on to the legs, and you see more of those spots, with like that almost looks like clothing a little bit, but no, it's supposed to, it's armor plating, I guess. It goes down into the legs. Looking awesome. Then you move on to the feet, as a two-toe scheme, with razor-sharp claws. Not really razor-sharp, but, sharp talons on each foot. Getting the same color as the claws he has on his hands, and also around the mouth and the horn on top of his head. And then you move over to the back, and you look at the very, very tiny little tail. Very cute. I'm very glad that it actually came installed. It does move a little bit like it should have been able to be installed, but this one's already installed. I love it. And then you move up to the wings. Now, the wings are actually something very cool. They would actually have an armor plating go over the wings as well. So those beetles actually didn't fly very much, but they would fly from time to time. But these beetles would actually have an armor plating go over their wings. And, that's what they have for Megalon as well. Kind of like a tiger print they have for it, with the orange and the black. Looking awesome. And I love how it comes over and goes into the actual skin as well. It all blends together, giving him that very fierce fighting stance. And just looking awesome. Megalon is a long time coming for Godzilla fans. The last time we got a Megalon was a 25 centimeter. That was a couple of years ago. The only time I ever saw that figure, besides different auctions people were having online, was at G-Fest. And it was a 2-pack set that came with Gigan 25 centimeter. And I think the price was $500 or $550. I can't remember. So many little tags around everywhere at the G-Fest. And, that's the only time I saw it. And I already had the 30 centimeter Gigan. At the time, I didn't feel the need to have another one just to get Megalon. So I skipped on that. A couple of years ago, I heard they were supposed to do a diamond reissue of Megalon, the 25 centimeter, along with King Caesar. But that got canceled, so had to wait a little longer. And finally got the 30 centimeter. They showed it off, and it looked amazing, the prototype. And then we waited a little longer, and we got him. This Megalon is awesome. Just awesome. It's mostly black with a little hint of brown and gray in with the paint job. And I love how it goes up into the horn, and then the horn becomes silver and chrome, or more chrome than silver. The antennas, I would be very careful with those. They look very fixed on there. However, way how the temperature goes up and down lately, and plus walking by, you might snap off one. Not intentionally, but it might happen. So be careful with that. So the Rick feature, I went standard because I wasn't feeling the Rick feature. The Rick feature comes with the Rick Megalon. The feature is a small jet jaguar in his flying stance. Pretty cool. Nah, no thank you. Maybe if it was like a full-sized figure that came with like another Jet Jaguar, maybe. But for Megalon, if I was to pick a Rick feature that I would have made for Megalon, which there's nothing wrong with the Jet Jaguar, it looked fine. Okay, I just wasn't feeling it. Other people have gotten it and they love it. Maybe I'm kind of regretting it. Maybe not. We'll see what happens in a couple of days. But if I was to pick a Rick feature for Megalon, I would have picked either the main priest. I can't remember his name in the film. He's the one with he's pretty much the alarm clock. You know, constantly, you know, saying, "Wake up, Megalon! Get up, wake up!" You know, I call him the alarm clock. And if you couldn't use him, Antonio, I think, Claudio, whatever. If they couldn't use him because of licensing rights, you know, they couldn't use his face or anything, I would have used one of the priestesses, one of the dancing priestesses, you know, and have like a little small one come with him, you know, like in a dancing form. Or what else could I have done? Or, this is the main one. If we're going to do a flying figure, how about a flying Megalon? You know, those are the things that I would have picked to go along with it rather than the Jet Jaguar. Then again, a lot of scenes in the film, you know, with Jet Jaguar showing up and actually leading Megalon, like he was about to lead him to a city to, you know, destroy things. But, you know, he got called off and went to go get Godzilla. So I can understand why they did Jet Jaguar. And it does look awesome. I recommend you go over and watch any of the many Megalon figure reviews. Leslie Chambers, you know, he did his, plus others, you know. It looks good. I skipped out on it, but, you know, we'll see what happens in the future. Overall, what do I think about Megalon? The 30 centimeter, it's amazing. I love it. The sculpt, the paint job, the pose, everything, awesome. Now, they did a 30 centimeter Jet Jaguar. I don't know what their plans are in the future, but, you know, a 73 Godzilla and a 73 Gigan would be awesome. I know Gigan doesn't really have that much different going on for him than the 72, but, you know, for completion's sake. Speaking of that, let's see what he looks like compared to the 72. And here we are with Megalon compared to the 72 Gigan. They look good together. Now, Gigan and Godzilla vs. Megalon is a little taller, but, you know, it's a small detail, which is whatever. Now, these two look good together. If they were to do a 73 Gigan, you can wait on it. These two look great together. So, yeah, I would, you know, if they want to do a Godzilla, or if they want to move on to another enemy kaiju for Godzilla, you know, you can do those. But as far as these two go together, if you have the 72 Gigan and you put these two together, they look great together. So, that's that. And here is Megalon compared to the 75 Godzilla. And the 75 Godzilla and the 73 have very subtle differences to each other, but, you know, he's a nice stand-in for, you know, when you need to do a you know, like you do like a picture, you do like a setup. So they look good together. I think Megalon was a teensy bit taller than Godzilla in the film. I have to look at some more pictures. It was a very frantic movie the way how things are moving around. So, but, you know, they look great together. Here is Gigan back with them. And, once again, all looking awesome together. Now, I did skip on the 30 centimeter Jet Jaguar, which I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt for, but then again, I really like the 25 centimeter Jet Jaguar. So, you know. Alright, let's wrap this up with some final thoughts. And the final thoughts for Megalon. Awesome figure. I highly recommend whether you go Rick or you go standard. I went standard to save a couple of bucks and wasn't really feeling the Jet Jaguar, but, you know, others have it and it looks good, so it's really up to you. So, this figure is, once again, amazing. And what do I think about Godzilla vs. Megalon altogether? Well, for the longest time, it wasn't really on my radar. I didn't really care for it that much, you know, as a kid. Then, I kind of dubbed this, you know, myself, the Save the Earth trilogy. Godzilla vs. Hedorah, it started off with, you know, fighting pollution, fighting the smog monster, you know, stuff like that. Then the second film, Godzilla vs. Gigan, the cockroach people from planet wherever come down, and they want, you know, to populate Earth because, oh, humans are evil and they're destroying the Earth, so we want to. So it's kind of a commentary like, hey, we're leaving ourselves open to monsters to try to take us over. Then we have Godzilla versus Megalon. We have the people of Seatopia, you know, that were on the mainland with humanity, but then an earthquake swallowed them up, and then they had to, you know, fix themselves. They had to find a way to make their own sun and all their science and stuff, but they constantly keep on saying, you know, humans are, you know, ruining their way of life. So they send Megalon up to destroy us, and that's when Godzilla, Jaguar, and Gigan all get involved. So I dub those the Save the Earth trilogy. You know, it's my own little thing. You know, it's not canon, but it's the way I've seen it. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla kind of started to do that a little bit. You know, with humanity, you know, predestined to be destroyed by a monster because of, you know, human ways. But, you know, they kind of got away from that. You know, it's mainly an alien invasion story. But lastly, if I was to suggest to get this, I would highly recommend it. Megalon 30 centimeter looks awesome. And that is pretty much the review. Hope you all enjoyed. I have another special figure coming up soon, and it should go pretty well with this Megalon. So we'll see what happens. Until next time, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all at the next unboxing video. See y'all later.